causing my insulin to rise. So I really have been trying to eat a lot more unripe plantains, and it helps so much. Like, I feel like so much better when I wake up in the morning, and I'm constantly like putting all my stories and stuff. Good morning, guys. So it is a beautiful morning in Hollywood, and I am off to a meeting. I'm meeting with a couple of people, gonna get some stuff done with the business and stuff like that. So they're gonna help me do a few things. I'm meeting with them at 9 a.m. this morning at a Starbucks just right near me, and we're gonna go over some things. I probably won't video through the meeting, but I just want to start off today's vlog. And happy Saturday. It's gonna be a great day, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright, so I just posted a video. Ooh, I haven't posted one in over 7 days, so it was like long overdue. I posted that, and now it's time to hit a workout. I'm just gonna do the gym in my apartment building, so I'm gonna take you guys through it. I have obviously my camera with me, so we're gonna go through a leg workout today because legs are the best. All right, so I just spilled water all over me, the water in here. Great way to start off this workout, Sam. I'm gonna go into the gym looking like I peed my pants. include a little bit of an update in here. With that, I have been listening to videos non-stop from different doctors who talk about weight loss, talk about being healthy. I am in it for the long term. Like I said, I got into health and fitness because I wanted to change my body. I wanted to take my body to another level, and I think that's amazing. Competitors are amazing. They really challenge themselves to get to that point. But in the meantime, I did suffer through a lot of different health issues due to the fact that I got extremely lean. I dropped a drastic amount of weight, and my body sort of freaked out after doing that for 3 years, and then going back to like some type of weight. I really didn't know what was normal. So I suffered through some health problems and stuff, but you know, things happen for a reason. I feel like everything is meant to happen for whatever reason, and the reason is, for me, I feel like I'm learning a lot more about health and longevity and nutrition, so that way you can live a longer, healthier lifestyle and make it maintainable, and learn how to maintain a very healthy weight without having to go to drastic measures. Our bodies are meant to be at a certain weight and are meant to be stable. It's just that with the certain American diet and certain external factors that we don't always have that actually happening. There is like obesity and stuff like that, but you know, you have to learn ways around it and learn how to treat your body the best way possible. That way you can live to over 100, feel amazing, and look amazing. So anyways, I will be doing a video basically on what I've learned from these doctors, what I'm applying to myself. I'm feeling so much better, so much better. I will definitely do a physique update, but I sort of wanted to let you guys know, be real, be honest, and just to share what I'm going through. And I'm looking forward to sharing more of my progress with this weight loss journey. I do feel like I'm going to be the best that I've ever was, and you know, you say things, but you have to put things to action, and that's what I've been doing. So alright, so I am making plantains. As you can see, I peeled them all up. There's one left in here. So when you buy them green, it's very hard to peel it because it doesn't really want to be peeled. But see, that's like all the stuff. Cut them up, put them in here, and I use the coconut oil, and this is how they look once they're all done. They're amazing. So I make them with coconut oil, and I put stevia on top by the time I eat. Hi guys, so today I want to talk about resistant starches. I've gotten a lot of direct messages, I've gotten a lot of questions about it because I've been posting various foods and referencing them as resistant starches, and a lot of you guys have asked like, why am I eating this, what is it? And I figured that creating a video, talking about it, actually giving a full explanation would be the best scenario to answering the questions, as opposed to like little messages back and forth. So hopefully this helps in some way. But let's first start off with the word starch. What is a starch? A starch is a long chain of glucose found in grains, rice, potatoes, and other various foods. But a resistant starch, the reason why we have these things called resistant starch, because they resist digestion. They actually pass through the body like unchanged and aren't really digested throughout the intestines. So you think like, okay, well, why would you eat these things? Like, why would you eat something that's not readily digested by the body? And to answer that is because they have a lot of health benefits. Eating more foods that are resistant starches can actually improve your insulin sensitivity, lower blood sugar levels, and reduce hunger throughout the day. So these are all super positive things, and this is why we need to be aware of them in our diets and try to include them as much as possible. So there's 4 different types, and I'm going to go through the 4 different types. Type 1 is found in grains, seeds, and legumes, and the reason why it's type 1 is because they're bound together by fibrous cell walls. Type 2 is more of starchy foods, and these are found in potatoes and raw potatoes and unripe bananas and plantains. Type 3 is formed when rice and potatoes are cooked and then cooled. So these are foods that are cooked, they reach a certain temperature, and then they're cooled down. That would classify them as type 3 compared to type 2, where they're raw. Type 4 is man-made through a chemical process, and we'll get into what they exactly are, but I wouldn't really go through, wouldn't really have like the type 4 ones, but we're going to basically talk about type 2 and type 3, and that's what I basically consume, so that's why I created this video. Wanted to create this video and sort of explain about this. So let's get more into it now. So resistant starches have a similar function to soluble fiber, and the reason why is because it passes through the intestines and it hits the colon, which at this point it feeds like good gut bacteria. And it's super important to have good gut bacteria in the body because it feeds our cells and it makes us more healthy and it helps us like pass things through better. So feeding good bacteria in your body is important for all digestion and keeping good health. Like everything I feel like derives in the colon. So if you have a super healthy colon filled with good bacteria, you lower your risk of certain diseases and other cancers. Resistant starches also increase the production of short chain fatty acids like butyrate. Butyrate, this is what I'm calling it. It might be pronounced a different way, but it actually is aligned within the colon, and this is what helps like the cells in the colon to thrive. So this is like the preferred type of short chain fatty acids that the colon prefers to have. So if the resistant starches is creating more of this, you know, you have a better, healthier colon. So resistant starches also help lower inflammation in the colon, and colon cancer is one of the 4th top deadliest cancers in the world. So if you're lowering the risk of getting colon cancer by eating more resistant starches, I would definitely try to include these in your diet. Resistant starches actually help lower blood sugar levels after meals. So what that means is a second meal effect. So if you eat a lot of resistant starches in one meal, it makes your blood sugar levels lower for the next meal. So it has like a ripple effect and could last like longer throughout the day, which like you want to keep your blood sugar levels low, because if they're high, you're more susceptible to adding more body fat on there and creating more adipose tissue. So you want to keep those blood sugar levels low. Having lower insulin sensitivity can actually decrease the risk of type 2 diabetes, prevent any metabolic syndromes, and help decrease cardiovascular disease. These are all pretty common in the United States. I'm pretty sure other parts of the world, but these are things that you hear about constantly. If you're eating foods to help fuel these, to lower the risk, you definitely want to, like I said, just try to include them as much as you can. So resistant starches have fewer calories than regular starches. So that's why people say to eat resistant starches to help with weight loss, because like I said, they go through the digestive system unchanged. Only a very small percentage of the calories found in these resistant starches are actually absorbed by the body. So it's like it's different for every single food, so I can't give a certain percentage for all. But the reason why I eat the unripe plantains is because a very, very small percentage of calories is actually absorbed by the body. And when it is unripe, it has very low amounts of sugar, and that starch, it's like very starchy when it's very unripe. So it's like resistant starch, resistant to being digested and absorbed, as far as like very high calorie dense and causing my insulin to rise. So I really have been trying to eat a lot more unripe plantains, and it helps so much. Like I feel like so much better when I wake up in the morning, and I'm constantly like putting all my stories and stuff. Friday. Alright, so good sources of resistant starches are raw potatoes, cooked and cooled potatoes, unripe bananas and plantains, as well as raw oats. Resistant starches also contain high amounts of amylose, and the reason why you want high amounts of amylose in the food is because it lowers the surface area for digestion, which actually prevents your blood sugars from rising, again lowers sensitivity. So that's what's contained in the resistant starches. So as a basic rule to follow is resistant starches are incompletely digested through the body. We are only really absorbing 2 calories per gram, as opposed to the regular 4 calories per gram we know in carbohydrate. As you learned probably in nutrition school when you were in middle school or high school, we learned that carbohydrates are 4 calories per gram. But resistant starches, the fact that they aren't completely digested, we aren't fully absorbing those calories, which a general rule is 2 calories per gram. So it actually lowers the amount of calories in the food that what we know is regular carbohydrates and what we usually count for calories. So 100 grams of resistant starch is only filled with 200 calories, as opposed to a regular starch is filled with 400 calories. That's sort of a general rule. So the best way to consume resistant starches is in solid form. If you can eat these foods in solid form, this would be the best way to eat them, where you get all these health benefits from. So if you utilize these sources, eat them in their solid form, you will feel better day by day. I've noticed a great change in myself, and I'm not going through really bad sugar cravings. I feel much tighter when I wake up in the morning. I'm really being conscious of the forms that I'm eating these resistant starches in, and I'm not exactly too hungry. Before I was starving every single meal, and I was for every single meal, and now I feel I'm pretty satisfied. I eat a good solid amounts of food, and I'm just feeling a lot better. So I'm doing trial and error myself. I wouldn't tell you guys to just do something. I'm just experimenting on myself, seeing how I feel, and sharing my knowledge with you. You can look up more resistant starches STARTCHES yourself. I will continue sharing more information on my stories and my videos, but it's just a way to really help you and take your nutrition to your next level, feel better, look better. Longevity, like I tell you guys all the time, I'm about longevity. I want to live a long-lasting, healthy lifestyle and be able to live past 100, and not really the number part, but just the fact that I'm living and feeling good, and I'm filling my body with the things that it needs, not the things that I think it needs. I'm doing more research and learning every single day, and happy to share everything I learn with you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much, and I'll definitely see you in the next video. Bye! Hope you guys enjoyed the workout in this video, and I will definitely see you in the next video. Subscribe if you have not. I really do appreciate it. Hit that like button. I love you guys. Bye.
Right, what I go through, there's no playing pretend. Could care less who you think I am, all of you I can see through. Kids